So, for other things, I did want to talk a little bit about the idea of WoW Classic, and I really want to spin this into a video at some stage. Here's my TLDR for why WoW Classic kind of works. WoW Classic is high meaning, high persistence, manageable cognitive load. Whereas World of Warcraft right now is high cognitive load, sort of low meaning. And that's why Classic Hardcore has, I think, really taken off. There's a lot of people where they don't want uber crazy gamer mode all the time, but what they do want is, they just want that. Classic feels like, Classic Hardcore, I suppose, it's like you're naked in the forest. And you're like, how do I get out of this situation? So, all of those very classic human things of resource management, pathfinding, looking around your surroundings. I remember being a kid playing WoW and where the road was mattered because you wanted to go through Westfall without getting pecked to death. And it's that level of meaningfulness in the world that I think has made Classic Hardcore be a successful thing. And there's lessons to learn from that are not just it's do a hardcore mode. It's why, in a deeper level. So that's why it's kind of interesting that Classic Hardcore is not running on WoW Classic 1.15. It's running on 1.14.4, not 1.15. This is kind of interesting because I believe in April a new endpoint popped up. That the sort of WoW tools and associated data mining folks noticed. And it was patch 1.15. And now we have seen September 29th, WoW Dev 2. There's been an update of whatever WoW Dev 2 is. Of course, we can't access these. We then have October 4th, WoW V, which is the WoW vendor. We have
October Peath.
The Peath.
October Peath. 9th.
October 9th. Another WoW Dev. Look at that.
Yeah.
Another WoW vendor, WoW vendor, WoW vendor, WoW
Changes
Dev.
daily to WoW V4, WoW Dev 2.
So is this World of Warcraft Classic Plus being worked on by the experimental gameplay team in time for the BlizzCon sit-down demo they'll be running in WoW Vendor 4?
No.
No?
Well, yes, but also also something else.
Oh!
Why would it be on multiple branches? Why would it be in a whole new branch?
Because it's a new product.
Yes and no. When's the last time something else went on a new branch? In time for a demo? And who got to play that demo?
Streamers in BlizzCon? Attendees in BlizzCon? Oh my god.
At BlizzCon, there is probably going to be the announcement of a demo of whatever this is that you can play at home, a beta of some sort, which explains the new endpoint.
Available with your Warcraft Rumble purchase.
Exactly. The Warcraft Rumble, of course, is free. So, no, but yes, ultimately there is a decent chance that this BlizzCon is going to have a play-at-home demo of whatever 115 is, be that a new classic season of some capacity or be it a new classic product in the vein of hardcore or in the vein of something else.
World of Warcraft Classic Plus. It has affixes, a timer, and resets weekly.
Yeah,
let's go.
Obviously, or hopefully not, but there is definitely a case of there is something new coming to Classic that is a new patch entirely, is a new product entirely as far as Blizzard are seeing it, putting it up. So, yeah.
This is good. I entirely support this. It is an awesome thing.
Unless it's terrible. Unless it's terrible.
In which case, I don't support it because I don't support terrible things. Yes. No, I think it's good they're trying stuff. Look, with Season of Mastery, I understand where that came from. Because, and again, it does get us to that thing of how many times can you hit the button that releases the dopamine before it doesn't feel good? The problem with Season of Mastery is just how many times can a WoW classic before it gets classiced out? And they're like, oh no, I've classiced twice and now it just is normal. Therefore, it loses its novelty. For a lot of people, me included, the time that I would dip into a WoW Classic is if there's a plus in the end. And the reason why is because I want to play something that has legs. Because in a world where, and you know what, I think the thing that I really respect Classic Hardcore players for is that they are so actively just being this is for the journey only. I know this won't go anywhere else. I'm playing this because I want to see if I can hit the goal of 60, because that would be a cool achievement that I'd remember. And I find meaning in that.
And it's a good gameplay experience as well.
Yeah. Now, there is a part of me that is probably the part of me that's responsible for sometimes not enjoying games as much as I should. It's like, well, I, the rational actor, I, the agent in an economy, only wish to invest my time in an appreciating asset.
Exactly.
Because that's what it's like with games. You're like, oh, game came out. It's lost 90% of its players from its launch peak. Only 30,000 people are playing the game concurrently. It's dead. And I shall not invest my time there because that would make me stupid. By the way, I'm one of the few people who played Lawbreakers on launch and paid for a copy of it. But there is that thing, right? Everyone wants to be smart. Everyone wants to make the big decision. For some people, like, yeah, classic. It's done, though, isn't it? It's like, there's a lot of people like, yeah, private server, it's not real. Mm-hmm. So the idea of like, hey, this is WoW Classic, and there will actually be new content, new systems, maybe some sandbox-inspired stuff. Maybe they will try to capitalize on what World PvP could be. Now, obviously, it's hard to get this right. RuneScape Classic, also known as Old School RuneScape, has put a lot of things up to player votes. And sometimes it's fun to actually just go onto the OSRS like blog page, which in itself, like, you go to it and it looks so ancient because it looks like a 2007 website. So like it is quite interesting. What's this? Chambers of Zarek. Potential tweaks and changes.
Could you link it so they could see? Please?
No, secret.
Okay, sweet.
It's on its way to Discord.
Why Discord? Put it here.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to see it. They want to see it.
Oh shit. Where are we? There we go. I mean, this is basically like, look at this. Our proposal for changes. They're talking about, so, missed the mark or whatever. So it's quite interesting because they actually have community voting. And a pretty crazy level of communication. Now, obviously,
a lot of words.
A lot of words. Words are lame. I want this in a YouTube short. But like, there's quite a lot of communication. And yes, they did recently have a drama. Again, I think sometimes, we have to separate the developers from the business. I think it would be very, like World of Warcraft developers often doing terrific work. World of Warcraft as a business, not great stuff.
Look at that.
Yeah. Like I've talked to one or two people on the WoW team who, yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think the other one might be here as well, but I don't see them.
And when I knew Veta first.
Oh, yeah.
When I knew Veta first, it wasn't even about RuneScape.
Yeah,
he was a goddamn Guild Wars 1 player. And I was being like, no, World of Warcraft has contact.
Vita, after Vita.
Vita. Oh, for Vita bread.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Man, RuneScape. But yeah, so they basically, they do a lot of community interaction and stuff like that. They have basically been evolving the game, but they've been trying to essentially evolve RuneScape. OSRS is not like, here's RuneScape 2007, you can play it for the crack. They've realized, no, OSRS is, it's not just a game, it's a philosophy, it's a way of life. And they have continued to develop the game under that philosophy, under that way of gameplay. So it actually has loads of content. I mean, here's a post from the 13th of September, 2023. The Path of Glufrey, I think. What is that? As a part of our... Okay, I can just read it here. Yeah, it's September. Look at this easily browsable old school UI.
This is fantastic.
Oh, there's a trailer for it. It's called The Path of Glufrey. There you go. Yeah. Oh my god. This is some Explorers League stuff.
I'm not entirely sure if you'll have volume here, everyone.
Well, that's okay. All we need is the visuals, and maybe I can just read over what this is. As a part of our last game jam, we began the process of porting another iconic RuneScape quest to old school RuneScape and made a few improvements while we are at it. So they have the Path of Glufrey, which is the sequel to the Eyes of Glufrey, next part of the Gnome quest line. And yes, I suppose there you go. They're bringing it over. They're talking about it. They're talking about this is a brand new for old school Slayer dungeon. And I mean, yeah, it's coming. It's got a bunch of changes. You kind of wonder, like there are like also like full, what's this? Just one, the first look at the Hunter Guild of Varlamore. I don't know what that is. Who knows? But anyway, it's quite hard because it's been ages since I've played this, played OSRS. What is this a new feature?
I mean, this wasn't exactly quite Hurricane's work, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad at all.
Oh, as previously discussed.
Okay.
As previously discussed, our Varlamore, the Shining Kingdom news post, the Hunter Guild is designed to breathe new life into underappreciated hunter content across the world. It introduces new critters, new hunting grounds, and new rewards, and of course it introduces the guild itself. Once you've reached Hunter level 46, you can follow the dirt roads basically to the savannah where many of the guild's amenities are. So you can sort of see that they're like, they tweak things, they add things in here and there to just kind of keep the experience fresh. And they do so, though, with a lot of transparency. There was even player voting. I don't know if they still do that. But basically, it's the point that this is RuneScape 2007 as if it continued under that design ethos that a lot of people liked. So you then just kind of think, like, what would WoW Classic look like? Would you get a new zone that has some PvP, world content, world PvP towers? Just because it's not the Burning Crusade, there's no flying to ruin the design. It's like, what would there be? Who knows? And the idea of an old epic quest line, that's something that I think that maybe takes a guild to complete. That can exist.
Big asterisk if they do it, but yes.
Yeah. That could exist in Classic. That maybe, unlock some new piece of content or whatever. I don't know. I just think there's a bunch they could do in terms of systems to make Classic Plus work. And I think for a lot of people, that it feels like they are investing their time in an ongoing thing that they can grow with. I think that just changes the value proposition.
Yeah, the OSRS is absolutely the blueprint for that and has been for a long, long, long time. It's just a matter of maybe hardcore convince Blizzard that it's actually kind of worth pursuing in some capacity, because obviously the hardcore and Classic are different, but it's kind of proven, hey, there's new ways to reuse this stuff that's very, very transformative. All you have to do is add a new spin on something and they'll let the existing mechanics and existing design shine in a way it didn't before. And that's what hardcore did. So I'm assuming that systematic improvements or changes could very much do the same, as long as they don't get trapped in the we need a Classic Plus and expansion this. We need to continue keep upping ourselves with patches, which means new gear loops and stuff like that. Obviously, there's ways that have to do that, but I guess it's more will they take the horizontal approach of OSRS, or will they theme park it? Would be the question that
I think
somewhat concerned about. Bob,
it's easy, Matt. You just theme box it.
Perfect. I know exactly what that means.
Theme box. Brilliant. Theme boxing. That is a new pay-per-view event where we're like, okay, and this round's theme is pirates. And then all the boxers got to dress up like pirates and fight each other with swords.
They get like hooks in the hand and stuff.
Yeah, theme boxing.
That would not go well.
Theme boxing. Matt, it's a new business venture. Let's go.
Fantastic.
I mean, if Vince McMahon can pull this shit off, I'm sure we can.
I'm going to be one of the first competitors, and
yes.
it's going to be, and the theme is going to be guns.
You, Vince McCann, do it.